Hi, welcome to SAVOR on Bonbon Networks. I'm Darviny D, lifestyle connoisseur, and today I have a really fun, super easy salmon recipe that I learned when I was in Sweden at one of my good friend's wedding. Now in Sweden, as you know, everyone eats salmon, and the salmon there is so delicious because it is so fresh. It is caught the day before and you're eating it right off the boats right there. And one of the things that I ate a lot of, which I didn't think I was going to like, was something called le rhum, how they pronounce it in Sweden. And I was eating it for breakfast, and that was the salmon eggs. But while I was there, I learned this recipe so easy. This is a fail-proof, you can't fail at this recipe, super easy recipe with salmon. This isn't from Sweden because it came from someplace else. But anyway, when I was there, this is how I learned it. So you're going to cut this big piece of salmon in four. This has 3 ingredients. It has honey mustard, or honey and mustard, or honey mustard that you can buy pre-made or put honey and mustard on it, and sesame seeds. That is it, and you put it in the oven and cook it. I will be serving this over a bed of lentils, which is the French side of me. So here we go. Here is the salmon. I learned this in Sweden, very easy. We're gonna cut the salmon in 4 pieces so that we can have 4 people over to have this, or 2 people. Okay, 4 little pieces like this. There we go, like that. And actually, you know what? I'm going to cut it in 2 pieces, just like this. I'm going to leave it like that in 2 pieces. And I'm going to take this little thing right here, and I am going to put honey mustard on it. Super easy. Just pile it on. Honey mustard is so delicious. I love using it for for other recipes, but for this, also, if I don't have honey mustard in the house, I make my own. I put a little bit of Dijon mustard on it, and then honey on it, on top of it, and you basically get a similar flavor. Remember, you don't have to buy everything pre-made. You can make it yourself. So here we go. So see, I lathered the honey mustard on it all over. Super easy, very easy. This is literally 10 minutes to make. Put this back over here. Sesame seeds. I have a big jar of sesames because I make tahini dressing, but you can also buy sesames in smaller jars where you find your spices in your grocery store. So look at this. I'm going to lather it up with lots of sesame seeds. You could also use black sesame seeds, which makes a beautiful, beautiful salmon dish as well. Here we go. So it's on it. This will help cook it. And that's it. Now I'm going to put this in the oven at 400 for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I'm going to keep checking on it. There it is. There are the sesame seeds. Again, black sesame seeds are really pretty on this. I'm going to put this inside this little pan. I am going to put a little bit of olive oil at the bottom, just a little bit, so that it doesn't stick to the pan. Let me make a pretty design. Look at the pretty artwork I'm doing that. Woohoo! Yep. Okay, so it doesn't stick too much. And I'm going to place the salmon here. The salmon here. I'm going to put a little bit more olive oil so it doesn't stick. And I am putting that in the oven right now for 25 minutes at 400. Ready? Look at that. Super easy. Now that was a quick recipe. In the oven it goes. Look at this delicious salmon with all the covered sesame seeds going in for about 20-25 minutes. I'll be checking on it. So I'm going to put these in for about 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to keep checking on them because some salmons are thinner and thicker than other pieces of salmon. So I'm going to check on them to see how it's cooking. But while that's cooking, I'm going to make the lentil salad. Another super easy recipe, a beautiful accoutrement for salmon. Now lentils, again, just like very easy. You put them on the stove for 40 minutes with some water, a lot of water, and they cook all by themselves. You have nothing to do. You just leave them there, put the timer on, go back and get them. Your lentils are ready. Now there's a couple of different types of lentils. I really like the black lentils because they're a little bit crispier and they're smaller, and they actually look really pretty on a dish. Now lentils is something that I grew up with in France. French love lentils. We eat lentils all the time, especially the first of the year, the first of every month. Our whole family texts each other, eat lentils, eat lentils, eat lentils, because the first of the month, the French eat lentils because it's supposed to bring prosperity or abundance. So there's going to be a lot of abundance in this little salad here. But besides that, the French eat lentils with everything. The way that maybe we eat rice with things or potatoes, they use lentils. And so you'll see lentils in a lot of French dishes as a side or an accoutrement or something that embellishes, and also it's super nutritious. Lentils are very, very high in iron, super nutritious for you, super healthy. So with that said, I'm going to make you a very easy lentil salad. You can add anything to lentil salads. I'm going to do that with, I'm going to make, since we're doing a honey mustard salmon, I'm going to make a mustard vinaigrette on this to kind of go with the honey mustard salmon. So I'm going to prepare the vinaigrette, get my bowl, come back. Okay, here's my bowl. I'm putting, this is super easy again. So in this vinaigrette, I'm making a mustard vinaigrette to go with the honey mustard salmon. So olive oil, and again, you never can have too much dressing. It doesn't matter how much olive oil you use, because if you have extra over dressing, use it for your next salad. So olive oil, and here I'm going to use Dijon mustard, but it's the old grain, ancient grade Dijon mustard. So delicious, so it's kind of crunchy. That's going to be really nice going with the lentils. And I'm going to mix that, the ancient grain Dijon mustard with regular Dijon mustard. So that's a mix of two different mustards, olive oil, and instead of using apple cider vinegar this time, I'm going to use balsamic vinegar. There's some balsamic vinegar in that. Definitely some salt and pepper, and then start to mix it. So I'm going to take out my little whisk here. Look at that, not cute. So start whisking that together. And you can always add, you know, taste your vinaigrettes always. You can always add to that. Add olive oil, add different things to it. Add more salt and pepper. I need some salt and pepper. Here we go. So now I happened to make a little bit of too much of the vinaigrette, but I'm going to use this for other things. I made a little bit, I went heavy on the vinaigrette, so I'm going to use this for other things. So I'm just going to pour that back in here before I mix in my lentils here. Here we go. Could always add, look at that, so good. Now in here, I'm going to add the lentils. Again, the lentils were just on top of the stove, left them by themselves, ready to go. These are black lentils. Put them in here and mix them up. What I'm going to add for a little bit of flavor and a little bit of just decorative is these little onions. I'm going to chop these up, put them in there, and put them on top. Be beautiful, and that's it for your lentil salad. Now you can add things to lentil salad as always. You can add raspberries, you can add onions, you can add, I make this great, when I'm in France, a great like spicy lentils with hot sauce and different peppers in it. But for this recipe, this is perfect for this. All you're doing is doing the two mustards again, the old grain mustard and the regular mustard. They're so versatile. You can make so many different things with lentils. So I'm just going to put this to the side while I cut these little puppies up for flavor inside the, these you always have to wash real carefully. So I cut off the top parts. I'm just going to use a little bit of it. Cut them up here, tiny little pieces. You can put a big pieces if you want, doesn't matter. I prefer the medium size. And then we're just going to put them inside the salad, inside the lentil salad for both garnishes and for flavor, because these taste delicious. So here we go. Put these here and there. There we go. Voila, I'm going to put one more in. And that's it. Now what we have to do is wait for the salmon to be ready and you serve together. Okay, right here, it's the last piece. Put these in. There we go. Makes for a beautiful color inside because it's such a dark color there. And we're at. Now we're just waiting for the salmon to finish before we serve this. Now I'm putting the finishing touches of the lentil salad around the salmon. Last couple of finishing touches. I am going to add a little bit of greenery here for flavor. It's going to be delicious. The salmon only took 20 minutes to cook, and this is going to be so delicious. Yum. A little bit of this. Et voilà, ça va être très bon tout ça. This has been another delicious episode of SAVOR on Bonbon Networks. I'm Darviny D, and bon appétit.